Alrighty, welcome back to Shock and Sherlock. I'm your host, Joshua Gillis, and today is day 15 on day 18 of the 31 Days of Horror Reviews. Today I'm doing another Ryan Nicholson film, which I didn't expect to do so quickly, but I watched it. I think it's worth talking about. Even if it wasn't worth talking about, I'd still talk about it because it's 31 Days of Horror, baby. Anyway, 2010's Star Vehicle, which follows the downward spiral of this movie, driver who takes people around on B-movie sets. Um, and we know that he's a very violent individual just from the beginning of the movie. And he sort of becomes obsessed with this B movie scream queen that he follows around on this movie set. Um, and as more and more people start getting irked with him or making fun of the B movie actress that he slowly just starts descending into violence and obsession. Oh boy, this film is such a fun time. I absolutely love this. I only give it a 4 out of 5 because it's not. Oh, we'll talk about it. The acting is so over the top. That's something I've learned as I've been watching these Ryan Nicholson films. The acting and writing these is so over the top and alien, in your face. They're very trauma-esque. The gore in this, exceptional. Pacing, exceptional. It says about 70 minutes. Actually think the acting in this one is pretty decent. Dan Ellis, who plays Don Cardini, which is like the main guy, he is also from American Guinea Pig Bloodshot, which is something I've seen him in. I know he's in a few Ryan Nicholson films as well. I think he actually does a really good job as our main character in this. He is very in your face and over the top. And when he does these acts of violence, he's so like into it. This feels like he's having a hell of a good time making this film. And in turn, I've always said, when the actors are having fun, we are too. Because it is super fun to watch his antics throughout this. Even when there's no killing going on, he's just absolutely nuts. And I absolutely loved his character. I'm going to say it again, very Nick Cage-esque. A lot of yelling, and especially when some of the other characters in this movie are a little bit more restrained and toned back. He's always at 100, and I absolutely adored that about this. Cindy Farraguna as Reversa Red, who's like the B movie starlet, I think she's really good in this as well. Probably the most like straight faced of the cast, like the most serious performance, I would say, and I think that suits the film really well. Like the comparison between him, Don, the character of Don, and Reversa is really interesting because he's so over the top and she's not. So it really like their characters are essentially foils of each other a lot of the time in this. So the direct comparison is really entertaining to watch. I think the gore in this is spectacular. Ryan Nicholson, from everything I've seen, was a master effects artist, and it doesn't stop here. There's a couple of things in this that I don't care for, which is the fake like I hate fake film grain and like those filters that make you look like it's being shot on something else. I think that's really kind of irritating. So the couple of times that that's shown where it's like so it shows like the fake digital camera, just didn't care for that. I don't think it needed it. I understand that it's part of the film, but like the fake grain and everything always gets on my nerves. I also think this film has a slight pacing issue. I know I said the pacing's good. It moves really fast, but it seems like all the killing and everything is kind of in like heavily shifted, rather than be like when it's the focus of the movie. Like the movie's a slasher movie essentially. When it's the focus of the movie, it should be more spread out. I'm not saying the pacing is like irksome. I guess I just think a lot of people are going to have issues with the way that it's presented. Like I find it really entertaining when he's just interacting with people. So I really personally enjoyed it, and if you enjoy like very schlocky dialogue, you will really enjoy this. But if you're in it just for the kills, then it's kind of everywhere. As far as the pacing, like it's shifted, beginning and end are kind of the way that it goes. But that doesn't hold it back. My review for this movie, I said this feels like a gas station bargain bin movie, and I mean that in the utmost respect. This seems like one of those mid 2000s to late 2000s movies. I was talking with Spooky about it, and I compared it to the movie Midnight Movie, which is not a film that I ever hear a lot of people talking about. It's just a very low budget, straightforward slasher until it's not in the second half. It's a movie that I am really fond of, and I hold it pretty dear to myself. It's not necessarily a good movie, but it's stupidly entertaining, and so is this, and I just love this style of film. So, super excited about checking out more Ryan Nicholson. The next Ryan Nicholson review is probably either going to be A Profane Exhibit or Gutterballs. I know The Profane Exhibit, he just has a segment, but, considering it's an anthology, that's how it is. But, yeah, super stoked about checking out more of this. This is on Tubi. I'm going to pick up the Blu-ray myself, but I recommend checking this out either way. It's super fun, super in your face, very Troma-esque, over-the-top acting, the gore is great. What's there not to love? Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.